Hey guys, so this is your trainer Anirudh Chhillar. So we are back with one more video of OSPF. I hope you are learning in a good way and a good pace. So let's go for the next video.
Now, after doing this, after configuring SPF throttling. So I hope that if someone asks you that what is SPF throttling, so you can easily, describe the meaning the meaning of SPF throttling. So if someone asks you that explain SPF throttling, so you have to simply tell them that okay, SPF throttling is kind of like, for an example, if any router receives any change, then it has to execute SPF algorithm. And in case if changes are occurring frequently in our network, then SPF execution will be performed by routers by OSPF frequently, right? So in that case, if utilization can be higher. So to reduce the total number of SPF algorithm execution by router by OSPF, we can configure this SPF throttling.
So here we configured on R11.
Yeah, only on R11.
So
on others, it will remain same.
Okay.
It will remain same, and if global timers mismatches, then there will not be an impact on their neighborship.
Okay.
Fine. Only hello and dead interval must be same, because only these two timers goes along with hello packet. I never said that okay, SPF timers, SPF throttling or global timers will go along with hello messages, hello packet. Have you understood it now? So next is SPF throttling now. Shortest path first throttling. Sorry, SPF, we have done it. LSA throttling. LSA throttling. Now I have to teach you LSA throttling. First of all, I taught you SPF throttling. Now let's learn something related to LSA throttling. So the meaning by LSA throttling is like if changes are occurring on your device, like interface is coming up, going down, every time your router will regenerate its own router LSA. And if it is regenerating its own LSA frequently, then again utilization will be higher. So if you wanna control it, then for that purpose you can configure LSA throttling, right? So the commands will be same: router OSPF1, timers, throttle, LSA. This time in place of SPF you have to specify LSA. The time interval, all types, this is for all types of LSAs, right? So the delay to generate first occurrence of LSA in milliseconds. Let's say that you have enabled OSPF on any one of the interface of a router. So after how long it will generate that LSA? First LSA, first time. So let's say that after 500 milliseconds it should generate very first LSA, right? Let me show you. Do show IP OSPF. Wait. Okay. Configure it. Timers, throttle, LSA. The minimum is 5. Let's say I have configured 500 milliseconds. All 500, and then minimum. Are you getting my point? Because whenever an interface will go down, your router have to generate same LSA. So minimum time interval in between originating the same LSA in milliseconds. So what I want that if changes are occurring frequently, let's say interface is flapping now. After 2 seconds it is coming up, going down, coming up, going down, coming up, going down. So every time it will keep on to regenerate your same LSA. So what I want, it should not generate same LSA before than 5 seconds, 5000 milliseconds. The maximum, let's say 7000, or it should be equal to the minimum, right? And then you will define your maximum. See, 7000. Do show IP OSPF. Let me show you now. Initial LSA throttle delay timer is what? What I configured. Minimum hold time for LSA throttle is what? This is minimum hold timer, right? And this is what? Maximum wait time. for LSA throttle is 7000 milliseconds.
What is the incremental estimate?
And that is different thing. That is different thing. A lot of things are there, right? So I hope that you people have understood the meaning by LSA throttling as well. So if someone asks you to explain LSA throttling, might be that you can easily explain this LSA throttling as well. Like you will simply explain it in this manner, like whenever a change occurs on any device, it always regenerates its own router LSA, right? And in case if any interface, in case let's say that if there is any change in router LSA, then ABR has to make some changes in some real LSAs as well.
Yeah.
I got your point. So let's say that interface have started to fly, to go up and to went down. It is coming up and also going down. It is coming up and also going down. So in that case, your router will simply keep on to generate same LSA. And if it is keep on to regenerate the same LSA frequently, then definitely its CPU utilization will be higher, and all other routers have to run SPF algorithm. Isn't not it? So to control the occurrence of same LSA on a device, we can configure LSA throttling. Now you are also having some other timers as well, like timers apart from throttle. Apart from throttle, you can also configure timer spacing. Timers spacing flood, LSA group or retransmission. Let's say for flood, what is it saying? The minimum interval in milliseconds to pace limit flooding on interface. Means that you can see it is what by default. I hope that you people have understood the meaning by timer spacing flood, and like this timer would be used the minimum interval in milliseconds to pace limit flooding on interface. Of course, whenever there will be flooding of LSAs, it will place them onto interface. The minimum pace limit will be, the minimum interval to pace limit will be 33 milliseconds by default, but you can change it. If you want fast convergence, you can reduce it. If you want fast convergence of OSPF, then you can reduce it. But generally, it is never recommended to modify your global timers of OSPF. Have you understood it or not? So in this way, you can configure these timers. Apart from it, under timers as well, you can configure timers LSA arrival timer. Like the minimum interval in milliseconds between accepting the same LSA. See, I'm receiving same LSAs frequently. On originator, you configured LSA throttling. On originator who was originating LSA, that over there you configured LSA throttling, but who is receiving same LSA frequently at that end also, you can configure timers LSA arrival. So if your device is receiving, let's say for an example, if I configure minimum interval in milliseconds between accepting the same LSA is like 2 seconds, so 2000 milliseconds. So if your device receives now a copy of same LSA before than 2 seconds, it is not gonna to accept it. It is not gonna to accept it. So I hope that you people have understood the uses of these timers LSA arrival 2000. What?
Only command?
Yes. Then after it, you do not have anything else. Fine. So in this way, you can configure timers LSA arrival. If you are doing retransmission of LSAs, and you want to change your pace interval, do show IP OSPF. Let me show you. By default, retransmission pacing timer is what?
56 milliseconds.
But you can change it. You can change it. Are you getting my point or not? So in this way, you can modify all these timers. Even though you can also go to physical interface mode as well, and here also you can configure some other timers as well. For an example, IP OSPF retransmit, which is by default 5 seconds. To retransmit any LSA, any update, hello, if you do not get an acknowledgement back from the receiver, then you have to retransmit your update. So the minimum time interval is 5 seconds. You can make it, like if you want to configure it 6 seconds, you can configure it. And also it is not mandatory to match the retransmit interval.
In timer spacing, there is LSA group.
What?
It's like in timer spacing, there is LSA group. But we have flood LSA group. And
The router OSPF, IP OSPF, timers pacing. See, this is for max edge. That is in, tell me, in seconds. Do show IP OSPF. Let me show you.
LSA group spacing.
240 seconds. So you can modify these timers from here. I hope that you have understood it. And if you have not understood it, try to understand it once again. Timers, pacing, LSA group. See, interval in second between group of LSA being refreshed or sometimes what happens that you said, I mean, the guy, one of you, any one of you asked me that, okay, sometimes what happens that even after 1800 seconds to sometime it keeps those LSAs due to this timer. So it can keep those LSAs up to 240 seconds for next 240 seconds. It's not it. Like if any LSA have become max aged, so it can, what happened? Okay.
So on that day, someone said that even after crossing 2100 seconds.
Exactly. Exactly. Right, guys? So I hope that you people have understood that why router sometimes keeps LSAs or does not refresh it LSA just after 1800 seconds. Sometimes it goes up to like 2000 seconds as well due to this one. Fine. So this is the uses of group, I mean timers pacing LSA group.
Okay, so that's the end of today's video. So I hope you learned something new today. We'll be coming with few more videos of OSPF, guys. See you later. Thank you.